Period shaming is a taboo, a stigma that reinforces gender based discrimination, which supports the idea that menstruators are unclean, filthy, disgusting, or inferior.
An old superstition known as Chaupadi originates from Nepal and affects 70% of the population here. The practice involves menstruating women and girls being forced to isolate themselves in what are known as menstruation huts. And the reason is simply because they are deemed as impure and inferior during menstruation. And yet, periods are so natural. It was only when deaths and fatalities associated with the practice arose that action was taken. A law was passed in 2017 that made it a crime to compel girls to practice Chaupadi, and several organizations, such as ActionAid, became more prominent. The question to ask ourselves is, why should women feel inferior and humiliated when menstruation is just a natural process?
Yes, I am aware of period shaming, and I think that it is absolutely disgusting to shame people for basic natural processes that we cannot help.
Am I aware of it? Yes, I am aware of period shaming, and I am aware that it exists wholly in our society, and it's become normalized to the point where if we see someone period shaming, we just brush it off as something which is part of the norm.
I fail to understand why menstruators have to be shamed and made fun of and stigmatized because of something that's so natural.
To be completely frank, I'm not sure what period shaming is, as I've not heard about it from anywhere.
I believe that period shaming stems from the idea that menstruators, just like people who experience periods, are inferior.
Yes, I am a period shaming. I think it is wrong because it is a natural occurrence and cannot be controlled. I think the most common cause of period shaming is the lack of knowledge in boys and men.
In a lot of cultures, periods are seen as like dirty, and I know some cultures, let's say when you get your period, you're not allowed to like cook food or like wash dishes. She talked to her mother about it. Her mother explained to her what happened, what periods are, and then she went to collect water from a nearby place, and she didn't return for a few hours. So they went to check why that's the case. And when they went, they found her hanging, and that was caused by how embarrassed and how bad she felt because her teacher called her dirty and embarrassed her in front of the whole class. 17, I had the opportunity of starting a personal project, and I could do anything of my choice. So I was scrolling through my Facebook feed and I watched this really inspiring documentary on Al Jazeera based on India's menstruation ban. That was one of the first times I actually learned about periods and menstruation.
I haven't done anything about period shaming because I don't know what to do and what could be done for it.
What am I doing about period shaming? In order to alleviate the stigma surrounding periods and the idea that having a period makes you inferior, I joined a service group which is called Affordable and Accessible Sanitation for Women, commonly referred to as AASW, which aims to reduce the stigma surrounding periods by creating conversation between menstruators and non-menstruators.
I've helped a friend in need of the bathroom.
Hi. So I think we should talk more openly about our periods, having open and honest conversations with family and friends.
I'm educating people. I truly believe in the power of education to unite humanity and to bring us together towards combating menstrual inequity.
are we doing? In order to resolve this issue, we have decided to create awareness on period shaming, and we decided to do this through creating a video. And by creating this video, we hope that it reaches out to many people get to view it, and hopefully changes their perspective about period shaming for the better. Talk about it.
Educate people on periods.
Raise awareness.
Normalize periods.